Hey everybody, this is Marian, Cowhig, Owen.
And this is David Owen.
And this is You Show Me Yours, the podcast where a married couple talks about the movies and TV that they loved before the first date.
And this is our sort of, what is this trailer to kind of let you know, our episode 0, as I like to call it. But I think the parlance is trailer in the podcast world these days.
Parlance?
The parlance.
Parlance.
The parlance.
Parlance.
Hey, TV, parlance, like, come on. Divan, like, you got to give me something here.
Umbrella.
Yep.
Yeah. So yes, you show me yours. You might be forgiven for thinking that it's something that's not safe for work,
Naughty.
But it is very safe for work and children and everywhere.
I don't know. There may be some foul language.
Well, all right.
From time to time. We'll we are unrestricted here. We're going to tell all the hard truths
about middle-aged marriage
and nostalgia and
yeah.
So what is this? It's a podcast, obviously, but it's essentially a podcast. I guess I technically came up with the idea. Over the years, I've acquired a lot of microphones and podcast equipment and various other things, and always had the intent of doing podcasts with friends or with just even solo, and it's never really happened. It never really worked out. I've had some slow starts, some starts and stops, and I really was just like, I got to get my money's worth out of this. And the only person that I can depend on to always be around to do a podcast with me is my beautiful wife.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And so I said, we should do a podcast. And we just sort of started brainstorming, I guess, talking about it. And what we came up with is essentially what you've got here. You show me yours. Literally, I am going to show her movies that mean something to me that she has perhaps never seen. And she's going to show me movies that mean something to her that I have perhaps in most cases never seen. We're not going to restrict it to just movies. We're probably going to start with just movies because that's easy. But, television shows, even I'm not even going to rule out music, anything. It's essentially the opportunity to share with one another things that sort of inspired us creatively or entertained us, before.
Mm-hmm.
Before we were together.
The before times.
The before times.
So, we've been together going on 18 years at this point.
Yeah.
And you would think that we would know everything about each other, but we don't. So this is a chance to talk about some things. And when I say talk, I do mean talk. So we talk a lot.
It's a lot.
We try to be entertaining. So
in our own special dorky sort of way.
We're going to be dorks and we're going to be nostalgic because we're both young Gen Xers, Xennials, I believe they call us.
Yeah.
So if mid-90s nostalgia is your jam, come on board.
Yeah, 80s and 90s nostalgia.
Yes.
Only 80s and 90s kids will get this.
17 things that Gen Z will never understand. Actually, yes, our kid is Gen Z-ish, and he thinks we're weird. So
yes, quite. So that's what you're in for if you want to jump on this train and take this ride. That was a weird. It's not even related to trains, but I went to a train analogy.
Sure.
If you want to kind of come on this journey with us, that's what we're going to do. Each week we're going to take turns. 1 week she'll pick a movie, and the next week I'll pick a movie, and so on and so forth. And we're going to put something out every 2 weeks at this point. And we're going to just kind of see what happens. The format's going to be pretty loose. We'll start with obviously the intro and a quick little overview, just like a 2-3 sentence overview, like a IMDb description almost of what the movie is. And then we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. And the person who picked the movie will sort of be the host, and they'll guide the conversation, and they'll really, we will attempt for that person to reveal the things that they really like about this movie. And sometimes the other person will like the movie, sometimes they won't. Mm-hmm. And at the end, the hope is whether the person being exposed to it for the first time liked it or loved it or hated it, they're at least going to understand why it's important to the other person, to the person who brought it to the table. And, that's a fun thing for a husband and wife to do, especially one that have been together for as long as we are. And like you said, it seems like we should know everything about each other, but we definitely don't. We know that from just doing the prelim stuff for this podcast, learning a lot about each other and just constantly expanding. And it gives us a reason in our, hectic lives with a kid to sit down and at least, once a week or once every 2 weeks and spend 3 to 4 hours together, whether we like it or not.
Right, exactly. Whether we want to or not. So, yeah. So, and before the first episode goes up, if you have anything you want to ask us, you can drop us a line. We are at ysmypodcast@gmail.com or on Twitter. I don't think this will be taking, requests or anything, but if you think...
If you can request a movie that
we loved,
that I loved, then please do.
Then sure, let us know.
Go for it.
Or, when it comes down to it, if you think you're totally wrong about this movie, or this movie's terrible, why do you love it? Or this movie's great, why did you hate it? Let us know.
Feel free to agree or disagree.
Yes.
And I think that's pretty much you're primed now. I think you're ready to go. So tune in for it's every 2 weeks again.
Yeah. So
Wednesday release day every 2 weeks.
First episode, if you haven't gotten there yet, is Raising Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So look for that one.
We'll go from there.
Yeah. So it's gonna be fun.
I hope.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be something.
It's going to be real.
I don't want to judge it.
It's going to be fun. Is it going to be real fun? Who knows?
Maybe
yeah.
not.
So, well, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. The You Show Me Yours theme song is Uplifting Electronic Indie by Winnie the Moog from filmmusic.io.